professional 170-pound fighters. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, holding a professional record of 2 wins and 0 losses from Team Wildman in Denver, Colorado. Please make welcome Anthony Sugar And now, fighting out of the Farmers Insurance Thomas Swinson blue corner, holding a professional record of 7 wins and 5 losses, fighting out of Muscle Farm and Team Elevation in Denver, Colorado. Please make welcome LT Smash Nelson. This professional 170-pound bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Referees Curtis Thrasher.
A potential Fight of the Year candidate here in this 170-pound matchup, bringing us LT Nelson, wearing the white trunks, representing Muscle Farm and Team Elevation, facing off against Anthony Adams. Mr. Adams wearing the black and flag style trunks. He represents Team Wildman, and I expect just a bunch of fireworks, Ron.
Oh my goodness. As soon as this fight was announced, I think I hit the roof, number one. And then when the rest of the card was announced, I hit the roof again. So here we are, 2 of Colorado's best at 170 pounds right now. This one should be unbelievable action today.
And already I'm looking over in the corner of Adams, and head coach there, Thomas Denny for Team Wildman, telling Adams, come forward, come forward.
Anthony Adams, one of our most athletic and explosive fighters that we have in Colorado, has really stepped and matured his game tenfold since we saw him a year ago, let alone. And LT Nelson is one of those guys that literally will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. And I got to tell you, I want to give credit to Danny Mitchell for actually matchmaking this fight. And look at the knot on the leg of LT Nelson already.
Oh my goodness, on the left leg, if you guys are able to capture the shin on that, you're right, that is welting up something ugly.
Already. Bone to bone.
Oh, and Adams just clipped him with the right hand. Nelson took a well, but had that landed flush on the temple, that could have been a potential knockout right there.
And look at the toughness of LT Nelson. Legs swelling like the Elephant Man, still throwing leg kicks with that leg.
Yeah, his corner's going to have some work on that. And Adams gets the double leg. Nice pick up and dump. Trying to rip Nelson off the cage, and that was beautiful the way he pulled the feet out and drove his own hips forward, speaking of Adams, in order to pin Nelson in this position.
An even better job of him climbing closer to LT Nelson's hips right now and securing and keeping that position as LT Nelson was trying to get off the cage. And Anthony Adams looking to wrap up LT Nelson here.
And look at how calm Nelson is, and look at Adams putting his ground game on display. Known greatly for his striking throughout Colorado. Back to their feet we go. Nice work by Nelson.
These are two of my favorite fighters to watch in Colorado.
And Nelson saying that was to the groin and he can barely move. And the referee says, no, that was legal. And Nelson still trying to recover. And Adams eats a hard shot.
I mean, once again, to the point, LT Nelson's got to be one of the toughest guys ever.
Oh, beautiful leg kick, just punishing with that.
And the stand-up fighting, when this fight was announced, the stand-up fighting of LT Nelson is just something to behold. If you haven't seen him, he's unbelievable to watch in a stand-up bout.
And like you've talked about what we've seen out of Adams over about the last year, puts himself right on that same level with his striking skills.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think Anthony Adams is next level. I do believe he's ready for that next level.
Agreed, and there's another strike that one was right to the groin, and this time Nelson going to get a little break from it.
And LT letting referee Curtis Thrasher know that was the third time that he was hit low. The second one, I thought it was a low blow too. But, you know, if anyone can shake it off, it's that kid right there.
Former Bellator fighter and pound-for-pound fitness gym owner Justin Houghton in the corner of Nelson, giving instructions there as he was recovering from the low blow.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice fake. Beautiful read by Nelson on the striking of Adams. And that's tough to do. I mean, Adams is no slouch in the speed department.
None whatsoever. One of the faster guys in the division, for sure.
And this time it's Adams that takes the low blow. And if it ends up against the cage, off the cage in the clinch, watch for Adams to throw the spinning elbow a la John Jones.
Okay, and that's
another
the fourth.
one.
And you can see the frustration on the face right there of LT Nelson. All inadvertent, by the way, yet still landing those shots.
Yeah, it still has an effect.
Absolutely, 100%. And really, you know,
So he's just telling them clean it up,
let's
be in control of your weapons.
That's right.
It's up to you where it lands.
And the beautiful technique of LT Nelson. My God, it's like watching a technique video.
We are in a professional fight here, so that means 3 5-minute rounds. Means while your opponent is standing, you're allowed to knee them in the head. Oh, we saw that from Adams going for some jumping knees a little bit ago.
Beautiful hook. Lunging hook lands from LT Nelson. And another groin strike. LT Nelson looking to let Curtis Thrasher know again. And now he's complaining to him. This is really I want to see this fight get cleaned up a little bit quickly. I think that both of these guys, with the skill sets that they both have, are exhibiting just different types of striking techniques. Unfortunately, I do feel like they're catching each other low, and they've got to get this fight cleaned up. These two combatants are just too good. We got to see a better fight and a cleaner fight, because really that's how we're going to see the best fight. And referee Curtis Thrasher is in there, obviously not looking to allow a bad groin strike to go any further. I just don't think he's seeing them.
Cage doors locked. Everybody's ready. Round number 2. And the one other thing in the professional division is when you're on the ground, or at any point actually, you can attack with the point of the elbow. In the amateur or the elimination division, you have to use your forearm for striking. So that's the rule differences. And as you were talking about between, wow, what a beautiful slip right there by Nelson.
He's just unbelievable. He's just unbelievable to watch.
As you were talking about between rounds, let's see if these guys are able to clean it up a little bit and control their weapons a little more so that the fans get treated to the skill set both these guys are able to put on display.
And let me go ahead and also say the technique level of Anthony Adams has also jumped tenfold since about a year ago. A lot more, reliant on raw power, but now he's just a beautiful fighter to watch.
Yeah, his technique has a real smoothness to it.
Absolutely right.
Everything just has a really good flow, and then every once in a while, like right there, he'll just throw in something that has about double the power of everything else, but he doesn't wind up for it.
Yeah, you're 100% right, and you're just seeing some beautiful fighting and beautiful technique by two experienced guys that have fought high-level guys their whole career.
And Nelson took a really hard left hook. And one more time saying that it grazed the cup. Good body kick for Adams right there. And now Adams telling Nelson, bring it forward a little bit. And then kicks him so he can't.
I do want to see a little bit more combination work, and a beautiful hook right there lands from LT Nelson, a hard left hook, and he looked like he had Anthony Adams in a little bit of trouble.
Beautiful clipping elbows by Nelson.
Oh my goodness, he's got Anthony Adams real hurt.
Then a jumping knee, Adams almost caught him in the air, but Nelson gets it to the mat.
And this is where everybody wanted to see this fight, in a striking duel, and both men have landed hard shots on the other as they both look to finish. Anthony Adams is bleeding hard from the mouth right now, and back to the center we go. What a fight.
And Adams looking to get his wits back about him. You can see him taking some deep breaths. I don't think he's rocked as far as in the head and not seeing things clearly, but I think he drained a little bit of energy taking those shots. And Nelson sees him, make no mistake about it, being the wise veteran that he is.
Anthony Adams knowing that he needs to get this fight to the ground right now and get out of the dangerous waters of dealing with the hands and feet of LT Nelson right now.
And what a great series of knee strikes by Nelson.
Beautiful.
Adams wobbly. Referee's trying to get a good look at his eyes.
I think he just happened to roll his ankle, nothing more. But he just an unbelievable fight of knees right now. Look at this Muay Thai, JR.
Beautiful display by Nelson.
And they're landing hard shots. Both gentlemen are landing hard shots.
And there's that spinning elbow we talked about.
What a fight. This is exactly what we hoped for out of both these guys.
And it was really those elbows in the clinch that set up all of this for Nelson. And now Nelson with a couple of deep breaths.
Nelson's stalking Anthony Adams right now, and Anthony Adams lands another big left hook.
Adams starting to feel he's back in it. Gets the pickup and plant, does Anthony Adams. Nelson looking to kick him off. Adams able to step forward. See if he's able to roll back and get the ankle lock here. Set up for a heel hook is Adams. Nelson going to want to try to plant that right foot. Good job by Nelson getting that right foot, that right hip down, not allowing Adams to get his elbow underneath it.
And Anthony Adams takes the back of LT Nelson right now. LT Nelson looking to prevent Adams from throwing hooks in right now. Not a lot of action.
Good turtle position for Adams, and referee Curtis Thrasher saying we got to see some action, and that's exactly what Adams gives.
Adams doing just enough to stay busy to keep Curtis Thrasher off him.
Looking to improve his position. There's the 10-second clacker. Adams not going to be able to get those hooks in before the end of the round. We're going to a third.
Outstanding job of LT Nelson to survive a ground attack from Anthony Adams. Beautiful, beautiful fight so far. Incredible. Both fighters have this place on its feet today. Incredible action here in the second round. Really highlighting the absolute incredible skill level of both of these guys. Two of Colorado's premier 170-pounders showing exactly what's going on. Anthony Adams took 3 giant elbows in the clinch from LT Nelson to really put Anthony on his heels. And at that point, LT Nelson was stalking. We are here now looking at the third and final round of this fight. There's a little bit of waters on the cage here. Referee Curtis Thrasher getting ready to send both men or mouthpiece in for Anthony Adams. Here we go, JR. Beautiful, beautiful fight so far.
Both these guys pushing each other, testing each other, giving each other everything they have, and appreciative that they're, that the other guy across the cage is giving them everything they have.
And the skills and the slipping of punches and the mixing of punches and kicks, angles and strikes and movement. I mean, you're getting a chance to see the total package of both guys right now.
And Adams taking a little bit of a break here, using the evasive footwork. Now he steps forward with a really powerful shot. And that's the kind of kick that breaks arms. Even if your opponent blocks it, just coming across the forearms like that is very painful.
And Anthony Adams starting to put together a couple of nice strikes to the head as LT Nelson stalks him. And that lunging left hook has been working really well for LT Nelson, but I think Anthony Adams is onto it.
And again, the beautiful head movement of Nelson to evade that uppercut and then step forward. That's a scary proposition to slip to the side and come forward toward your opponent's technique.
Oh, and an unbelievable knee as LT Nelson was coming in from Anthony Adams. It landed brilliantly to the body of LT Nelson.
Beautifully timed it was, as have been the takedowns of Adams. A couple of times, Adams has just almost opened his arms and let Nelson step forward into the takedown.
And we're seeing the digging to the body from LT Nelson on several different counters right now. What a fight, JR.
Spectacular display by both combatants. And each of them able to hurt the other. And I think I saw the ankle roll again a little bit there. That left ankle of Adams. Adams timed that beautifully. He knew Nelson was going to step forward. He just let him meet that kick.
LT Nelson putting heavy pressure on Anthony Adams right now.
And that's what Nelson's corner is calling for him to do. They're saying keep him moving forward. And that scored well for Nelson.
Very, very close fight. Would not want to be a judge today in this fight for sure, as both these guys are literally looking to capitalize on I'm talking millimeters of space, JR.
Oh, nice elbow by Adams. Wow.
And that footwork is really the key for Anthony Adams, and it really has been throughout his career.
And again, the elbow for Adams. He's letting Nelson walk into it. Just beautiful timing. Circles off the cage, steps back into Adams, looking for the takedown. He's shown us he has the strength to literally just pick up his opponent.
And look at the way LT Nelson is getting low and preventing that takedown as Anthony Adams sucks up that single leg. Beautiful job, just a beautiful job of takedown defense.
Great footwork right there by Nelson.
Unreal.
Had to display his legs and he went back and forth from one side to the other. And wow, talk about getting low.
Oh, beautiful elbows, my goodness.
See if Adams is able to walk up like he did earlier. Nelson with his back against the cage, he was able to get back to standing. I think he's going to do it again. Adams one hook in. Nelson going to try to protect against that second and come back up, able to do so. Great work by the Elevation Fight Team fighter, LT Nelson.
Gets himself out of trouble and finishes the stand-up with a spinning back elbow that caught Anthony Adams. And again, here comes the elbows to the body from LT Nelson.
And saying it was a strike to the groin there.
Anthony Adams bleeding profusely from the mouth right now, and he lands a hard right hand on LT Nelson. LT Nelson looking to keep this fight standing, JR, as Anthony Adams goes in for the takedown, stuffs the takedown of Anthony Adams, and now it's back to a Muay Thai slugfest.
10-second clacker sounded. Nelson going to put a little stamp in the judge's mind here of, hey, I'm trying to finish this fight at the end. There's the bell. Let's let the judges do their work.
What a fight. Unbelievable technical battle between two of Colorado's best. LT Nelson and Anthony Sugarfoot Adams in an absolute brilliant display of technical skills. What a fight. I honestly don't have a clue who won that fight. Not one clue. JR, just like we referenced, as soon as this fight was announced, by the way, well done Danny Mitchell for setting this fight up. As soon as this fight was announced, again, everybody hit the roof about it in excitement and anticipation, and we got exactly what we were hoping for, JR.
Yeah, you know, we talk about Anthony Adams stepping up his game over the last year and a half. We've always seen it out of LT Nelson. How about Sparta Combat League stepping up their game to bring us this fight?
150%. The Sparta Combat product has jumped tenfold, just like the expertise and the skill levels of its fighters. Kudos to Jeff Cisneros and his team for putting together an outstanding product here today at the Battle of the Badges in Denver, Colorado. Unbelievable fight. Unbelievable fight. Let's go ahead and throw it up to Sean for the initial announcement.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Anthony Sugarfoot Adams. Oh man, talk to me about that one a little bit. We were talking in the dressing room before tonight, and you said don't change it if it's working. This one was a little different though for you tonight. Much more of a battle than you've seen in your fighting career, that's for sure.
Well, this is what I came to do, you know. I came here to fight the best. I'm a young pro, and I fought LT Nelson, who is an established pro, and that just goes to show that I belong.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can argue that now, that's for sure. Talk to me about that fight a little bit. I know you were trying to get some points by getting him on the ground, probably trying to stay out of the clinch. That guy's an animal in the clinch.
Well, I feel the call was a little bullshit. I thought it was a split. I don't even remember the second round. I think I was knocked out on my feet, but I prevailed. I showed what I'm worth. Hey, don't boo us. You don't know what it takes to get in here.
Obviously, emotions running high for you. Let's thank some people before you go.
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Denver Sports Recovery, Denver Chiropractic, True Grit grooming products for men, my squad, T-Dub, my gym, Zinganos, Easy Trim, Innovapes, and Established Inc. Thank you all for holding me down and believing in me.
And you're still an undefeated professional. Maybe a belt coming soon for you. We look forward to seeing some more from you, man.
I would like to fight Josh Caban, April 22nd for that title. Here I come, boy.
All right, let's make it happen. Congratulations on a hard-fought victory. Once again, give it up for your winner, Anthony Sugarfoot Adams.